I thought she was attending MIT.
I mean,
so
she
I
is.
don't know what.
Why can't she like win a scholarship or something, or a grant from Stark and go to work for him? You have Tony Stark still Iron Man, and you have a new character who kids can relate to, struggling to make the armor, struggling to, with his help, building the suit. Why am I doing my hands like this? You all can't see me on a podcast.
Captain Dow has a great face for radio.
But, that they could build that history of characters instead of taking and bastardizing the other characters.
Well, with Marvel, like I said, it comes in cycles, and like they're throwing these characters at the wall, seeing if they'll stick. But they're going to do what they always do. The characters are the original, the classic characters are going to come back around. They always do. They're just going to put them on the shelf for a little bit, let these new characters try to gain a little momentum, and they'll realize which ones stick, which ones don't. Try to figure out what to do with them, and then realize, well, we still have our market for the classic characters, so we got to reintroduce them back in, and shove them back into the universe.
Right, but I mean, the only thing with all the new characters and trying to get new readers, because some of your older readers get tired of reading, drop subscriptions, tired of paying the $3.99, $2.99 every week for 30 different titles a week. I mean, it gets pretty costly. It can be pretty confusing for a new reader to try to follow this stuff with all the characters, because then you go to your local comic shop, you say, hey, who do you like? Oh, I like Spider-Man, I like Iron Man and all this. Well, which Iron Man do you like?
So if we're talking about getting new readers into books, into comics, I guess basically they just need to pick what character they like and ask for recommendations as to what storylines to go by and just get started there.
And hope their storylines sticks
and hopefully
through.
Those storylines that are introduced to them are going to get them interested into it.
Right.
I don't really see any other way. You just gotta start reading what you like.
Right. Well, at least you'll have a lot of Avengers titles. If you're an Avengers fan, you got a ton of Avengers titles to choose from. Have you looked at some of the new list of the Marvel Now?
I haven't actually had a chance to look at those yet.
Let me hand you a catalog of the Marvel Now that tells about all the books coming out.
Excellent.
Yeah.
No, actually, I haven't been able to come in this week. I've been pretty busy with work, so this is the first time I've actually get to look at anything.
What do you think of the death of X? No more X titles. Fantastic Four, done. Now all the X titles done?
No.
The death of X, from everything I've read about it, is at the end of Secret Wars, issue 9, after an 8-issue miniseries, to when they restarted everything. There's a lot of history that happened with the X that they didn't touch on. From what I understand, this is going to deal with that history and such, and we'll answer and find out what Cyclops did to piss everyone off for him to get killed.
Right.
Which is something I forgot all about, that he got killed.
Right.
I don't see it being the death of the X books per se. I mean, as much as they hate Fox, or I'm sorry, not they, Ike Perlmutter hates Fox.
They're supposedly killing off the X titles, but at the same time, there is Marvel has said, let's go with this new Fox TV show.
Marvel hasn't. Fox has done that.
Okay, so Fox has.
Fox has.
I thought I read the article that Marvel gave it the green light.
They probably gave the green light, but Fox could say, well, we own the rights. We can do whatever we want to.
Doesn't matter what.
We just want to be nice. But I don't see Marvel getting rid of the X books exactly because, even though, like I said, Ike doesn't like the Fox deal, their number one selling book is freaking Deadpool.
Right.
Which is a mutant. They're not going to get rid of that.
Well, the X titles, they've been a staple in the Marvel Universe forever, and they're not outdated characters. That's where, to me, Fantastic Four, most of those characters are a little outdated.
Oh, yeah.
They are, and they've tried. They've tried to update them.
Not so much.
And I think, really, one of the better runs, besides the classic Kirby run, the classic John Byrne run, is the Mark Waid run that he did. It kind of brought them all back to square one and updated them really well. But really, I mean, I've been a big FF fan. I always hated the Mr. Fantastic. To me, he was the one character that when they killed him off, I thought the book got better. I really did.
I don't know. I like Reed. I just don't. I've never been a fan of the plasticity power. I just think Reed would be better as the brain of the outfit, and
Not so much the stretch.
Not so much the
stretch
guy who runs down with plastic issues.
Do you think with Deadpool, with its popularity, that they're overdoing Deadpool with Deadpool and everything?
Well, it's like DC. Both Deadpool and DC overdo their most highly rated character, Deadpool and Harley Quinn.
Right.
The two of them are just gangbusters, and you can't blame them. I mean, if that's what they're in the business for, is making $1, and if Deadpool is going to keep making them dollars, they're going to keep out pumping Deadpool until they can no longer get any income from Deadpool. That's what they did with the Wolverine for the longest time. I mean, they're still doing a little bit with Wolverine, but Wolverine was their go-to character for the longest time, and they pumped him into every team and just numerous titles with Wolverine, and that's basically what we're seeing with Deadpool.
With DC and Marvel, do you guys ever miss like the old Marvel Comics Presents or Marvel 2-in-1, Marvel Team Ups?
I do.
DC Comics Presents, any of those?
Anthology-wise, though, anthologies don't sell because you may have one character you really like. Cool, like that's a 6-part Cyclops story in it, which is great. You like Cyclops, but you don't care about the other characters.
And when it's an anthology story, it's usually broken up into numerous stories with different characters, and you're only interested in this set of characters.
Right.
You don't want to read the rest of them, so you want to spend this much money for just this particular character or team up.
Right. I thought they were pretty good books.
I did too, and I think if you want to introduce a new character in those books, it's a good way to introduce a new character, let the character breathe a bit in a 6-issue miniseries. And they brought back Amazing Fantasy back 5 years ago, something like that, and that's what they did. They introduced, obviously the most famous one out of that is Amadeus Cho, but they did a female version of the Scorpion. Was a fan requested character that they revamped, and that's who won. Awesome character. Where's she now?
Right. She is at the wayside.
Back
with the
on the
Fantastic
Deadpool.
Four. Okay, good Deadpool.
Deadpool is Marvel's version of Harley Quinn.
Right.
That's their cash cow right now. I mean, that's all the Avengers books and everything. Deadpool outsells any Avengers book pretty much.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, with comic books though, the popularity of comic books has risen.
Mm-hmm.
The popularity of collecting comics as far as a way to invest money has also risen.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think with so much overkill with Deadpool or Harley Quinn, will it hurt New Mutants 98, Batman Adventures 12?
Of the two, one of the most overproduced books of the 90s, key-wise, keep in mind, key-wise, is New Mutants 98.
Oh, man, there's tons of them.
You find probably, 8 New Mutants 98s compared to maybe 2 Batman Adventure 12s, roughly. I mean,
yeah. So you can find just about everywhere, like you said. And the only thing that's keeping it value is that the fans. So as the fans start dwindling with Deadpool, you'll see more issues out there for sale.
Right.
And
Well,
so the price is it's already dropped. The price
Yeah,
is,
oh, yeah,
of New
yeah.
Mutants 98 has already
Right
dropped
before the
quite a
movie,
bit.
it went way up. Now, I mean,
And that's typically the way it is. Right before the movie is the best time if you're into selling your books. Just go ahead and sell them because right after the movie, 9 times out of 10, it's going to start dropping in price.
Right.
big drop. Star Wars. Did you guys notice? CGC 9.8s before the movie came out. I saw them selling for $2,200, $2,300, $2,500.
Mm-hmm.
After the movie, they're down $1,500.
Yep.
Now $400 or $500 range.
Well, and people, let's go back to the Deadpool, using that analogy. People walk in who've never read Deadpool, went to go see Deadpool the movie. Hey, they love it. I want to go find more of this character. They like the character so much. They can relate to the character in some odd, demented way. So they're going to go look for that book. But
Now, these particular characters, Deadpool and Harley Quinn, they people that aren't even reading comics know who they are.
right.
They may even not even know that they're in comic books.
Exactly.
They just know there's these wacky characters
Mm-hmm.
from the movies or TV or advertisement or whatever. So it's done some good. It's the movies have done some good as well as some bad.
I'm going to show you a character that I think. Okay.
Okay.
Readers can't see it, or listeners can't see it. I understand, but I'll tell you. In the next 10 years, if they do it right and they do it like Deadpool, early Deadpool was not oversaturated.
Right.
We're talking about Madcap.
We're talking about Gwenpool.
Oh, bro.
And no. You Oprah than me, and you rolled your eyes. Y'all can't see it, but I got
No,
eye rolls and Oprah.
brother.
I agree.
Okay, she's a character a person that was in our universe, who's read comics her entire life. She's a fan who, at the end of Secret Wars, I believe, gets sucked into the Marvel Universe. She knows everyone's secret identity. She knows their powers. She knows their weaknesses, and it's been a really fun book to read. Now, granted, it's Gwen, it's a Gwen Stacy thing. Her name is Gwen Poole. It's not Gwen Stacy as Deadpool. It has nothing to do with Deadpool. It's just a fun read.
It has nothing to do with Deadpool. Yet her last portion of her name is Poole.
Because that's what her, okay, well, your name is French. Last name is French. Are you French?
You know what I'm saying. It does have something to do with Deadpool.
My nickname is Captain Dallion. I'm not a captain.
He lied.
Otherwise, why didn't they name her something completely different than Gwenpool?
Well,
Probably for selling.
Exactly.
Yeah, right,
I'm saying it has nothing to do with them.
Right, but he's talking about
they
the
named
character
them for
line
sale.
Like the character,
long term. Longevity,
like-
they keep
It's
it.
not like it's just a Gwen Stacy clone thing. Or like a Gwen Stacy, like all the Gwen Stacy. I mean, yeah, that's where it came from as a one-off joke. But they've taken it and created this backstory for her. And it is separate from, she's not like related. It's not a female version of Deadpool is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like
all I'm
it's
saying
not-
is
it's not
they
Lady
took
Poole.
the name from those two
Well,
for marketing
yeah,
purposes.
but
you know, because otherwise you introduce a new book called, I don't know,
They could have called her,
something else, and then people are going to know. I don't know. who
Bobby
this
Sue.
is. Why would I want to? Yeah, Bobby Sue. Why would
The
I want to buy?
unbelievable
Why would I
Bobby
want to buy
Sue.
Bobby Sue?
Or it could have been a redneck, and it could have been, and-
Hey, let's not.
No,
let's
that's not
be-
good. All right.
So speaking of Gwenpool, Deadpool, Harley Quinn, Terry, hot picks. What are they?
Well, I mean, ones that are hot right now are that I've noticed have been that Women of Marvel, the X-23 one shot.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of a hot pick. Just I don't know. It's not story wise, but just I guess maybe the cover, the Art Germ Flash Rebirth. I want to say it's a 1999 series variant cover.
Mm-hmm.
Right, 19.
Yeah, we were talking about this the other day. You said it was issue 8?
I want to say it was issue 8.
Rebirth's only 6 issues.
Okay, maybe issue 6.
So maybe it was issue 6. Okay.
I don't know. I think it's 8 though.
No, I have all 6 issues. It's only 6 issues.
It's a variant cover.
It has to be issue 6 then.
And
But yeah,
it's
but
it's an Art Germ
and
variant
it's hard to
cover.
find. And
It-
Art
it's very
Germ
hard
has
to-
come on the scene. I'm gonna say within the last probably 6-8 years.
I don't know how long
Quietly.
it'll last because I think it's just a cover, but a lot of books are being bought and sold at high prices just because of covers. I mean, Bill St. Cabbage's Moon Knight and the Grenave Moon Knight. The Moon Knight variants are just hot right now. I mean, they
I
have been
don't
hot for a
know.
while actually, and they just seem to keep getting hot.